Alright. I think they're both pretty much ready to go here. We should see it start. Oh, well, it's fixed now. W. Anyway, we should see it start in about a minute. Alright, here we go. Froggy has begun. Seems like we got different stream delays here, but that'll be fixed soon. Froggy gonna be using those slopes to get the speed. Oh yeah, and then not gonna be going for Guma Boost, which is a fair decision, as Guma Boost doesn't save very much at all if you're not doing the shell throw, which I mean for one races is kind of risky. BigCheese is gonna be going for DSS, the shell throw, but and will not get Guma Boost. Froggy's finishing with a solid 454. That's not too bad. Cheese with a kind of lowish 55, so gaining a bit of time, but not too big of a gap yet. And now that we have the LRT times, we can actually tell the exact pace once it's fully synced. Yeah, we're looking at pretty equal so far. So Froggy gonna be sliding down the slopes and getting the star. I mean, obviously she's doing the same, gonna be using the turning the platforms a minimum amount, actually going for a strat there where you do 2 wall kicks to grab the star. Can save time, probably with the execution there didn't really save time, but didn't probably lose time either, so not really gonna be a big deal. Seems like we're getting some resyncing, so that's good. Now, so far the pace is pretty equal. BigCheese has a slight edge. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit to resync because it's very much desynced right now. So BigCheese gonna be doing the triple jump there to avoid the luck from the hammer bow, even going for the corner boost there, which was discovered, or I guess kind of popularized very recently. Not going to be going for the slide, which can save that frame about half the time. Froggy's going to be spinning up the secret exit successfully. BigCheese getting there as well. Going to also be successful. Froggy with a 450. And BigCheese also finishing with a 450. Also, don't listen to BigCheese in the chat. Okay, it's not a good idea. I mean, as normal for these races of fairly high-level runners, it's not really going to be that much of a time swing. Both of them on pretty similar paces right now. Yep, both of them going to be going off to World 5 now. We'll see what kind of exits we're looking at here. I don't think the LRT exits are very well known yet, so Froggy with a 357 RTA, and BigCheese with a 356, a low 356. So BigCheese with just over a second of edge, if I had to guess. Just from cleaner movement throughout the 3 levels. I'm pretty sure he saved time in all of them. So, but the thing about this game is that World 1, it rarely ever matters. It's all about making it through World 5 and how clean you can play a World 8 with stuff like Bombless. So, heading on into 5-1 here. Both Foggy going for the triple stop strategy to grab the star quickly. BigCheese, never been a fan of it. Gonna be just going for the normal slow down into the star grab. I think ideally they're both very similar in terms of time, maybe a frame of variance at most, if I had to guess. It's not really gonna be a big difference maker. Oh, Foggy, jumping too low out of the water. You need to hold jump. Yeah, out of the water. Sometimes it can be difficult, struggling to get out of the water here. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, sometimes that jump out of the water small can be pretty tough. Almost hitting the Koopa there. BigCheese finishing at 446. It seems like something might have happened while I was watching Foggy. Uh, he finished the level, but yeah, it's going to be a big lead for Cheese, and he'll have to grab the propeller in 5-3. Yeah, Cheese just has to play safe now, because, I mean, this is a solid, probably like at least 25 seconds of save Cheese has here if he doesn't also lose propeller at any point. Finishes off a solid 94 with the ground spins. I respect it. Foggy gonna be having to play this as small, which will mean he'll lose a bit from not being able to do the drill downs, which extend your hitbox, getting a 91, which is not too bad considering, you know, it's kind of movement he might not be used to. BigCheese gonna be entering 5-3 here, one of the more pivotal levels. It has the propeller backup for Froggy, but also just a difficult level in general. BigCheese gonna be hitting and going for it and hitting donut jump there. Gonna be saving a good bit. Froggy gonna have to go into this pipe to grab the backup. BigCheese doing just ground pound cancels for real safe stalls. It makes sense to play safe. Froggy successfully grabbing the propeller. BigCheese still finishing a solid 5-3 despite playing pretty safe. Froggy gonna have to work his way through the level still.
Mario time.
Yeah, not going for pipe kick. Froggy at the 437, which I believe is decent for grabbing the propeller back up, assuming you don't know how to do Walmart donut jump, which is the donut jump out of the backup room, which most people who don't play can and must don't know how to do, so it's fair enough. And it's also just risky to go for. BigCheese gonna be starting out 5 tower here. Not going to be going for Aztec Cycle, which is fair enough since that trick is pretty difficult and sometimes a little bit risky. Just going to be going for the regular 5-5-6 cycle here. Going for the instant land to end it off though, seems like he missed it, but still a 5-5-7. Foggy going to be attempting it as well now. Decent landing, alright. Should be on pace. And yeah, not going for the instant lands, but spinning a little high, still making the 5-5-6 cycle. He's fighting me in the meantime. Yep, Cheese with a solid 531. Froggy likely going to be ending up with a 30 or maybe a 29, depending on this fight. Yeah, Cheese with an 843, which is very good for a race. Nothing, no issue there. Yep, Froggy with a 530, pretty solid. So, yeah, BigCheese with the big lead right now by like 40 seconds. About a 40-second lead, yeah. Quest from the chat to do bombful. BigCheese saving, which is fair enough since he has a 40-second lead. He could reset and play 5-4 again and probably still at least be a little bit ahead, or it would at least be a race if he doesn't save and dies, and it would be really bad. Froggy opting for no save, trying to make up some time against Cheese, and hoping Cheese just dies. And if Froggy finishes out cleanly and Cheese dies, even if he resets, it'll be a close race again. BigCheese working his way through though, pretty clean. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there, but not gonna be a big deal. Froggy entering as well. Yeah, BigCheese is pretty much safe. Yeah, he's all good in 5-4. Froggy working his way through too. Oh, he takes damage. Yeah, I was worried about that happening after the minigun platform. And yeah, that's...
Mario time.
I mean, he didn't save, so now he's just in a really bad place. Yeah, BigCheese with a huge lead right now. Grabbing the mushroom in the first room. Fair enough, safety.
Chateau time.
BigCheese working his way through Ghost House while Froggy's riding the raft with the Ice Flower, which is better than the Fire Flower, by the way, I just wanted to say. BigCheese with a solid 585 despite extra wall sliding. Yeah, looking pretty good for Cheese. Froggy having some fun on the raft, but it's okay. As long as he doesn't die, grab the Fire Flower, please. Okay.
This way.
Yeah. BigCheese finishing at a solid 570. Froggy having some trouble with the mini Goombas and the coins. But it's okay. He's working his way through as long as he doesn't die. I mean, he's really far behind. Let's not sugarcoat this, but I mean, there's still a chance, technically. Yeah. And sometimes the mini Goombas, they don't die to the power because they're jumping. Yeah, BigCheese with a 1203, which is pretty decent for a race. No need to really go for anything too crazy in this race. And yeah, he's just doing solid consistency execution. That's perfect. Froggy almost dead. Oh boy, please don't die. Thank you. Okay, okay. Yeah, if he jumped much later, the Koopa would have come down. But Froggy is out of the 5-4 raft, doing BigCheese is starting 8-1. Yeah, he's going to be going for Yakka Slide, Shell Boost. Yep, looks pretty good. Froggy's done 5-4. Yeah, so far looking pretty good for Cheese here. I mean, Froggy's gonna have to grab his power up, and he's also just pretty far behind. But it's okay. I mean, sometimes that just happens in 5-4. It can happen to anyone, honestly. And this is still a best of 3, so you never know what's gonna happen in the other races. Yeah, BigCheese with a solid high 33, no issues there. Froggy in the Ghost House now, getting a 585. Actually saving time from being Small Mario in general. Oh. Yeah, I know exactly what happened there. Basically, he's used to his big Mario movement, where normally you can bonk the P-switch and land, but since he was small, he didn't hit the P-switch. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's not a common situation to be in, to be small in Ghost House. BigCheese starting out A2 here. Pretty good execution from Cheese so far. No Goomba boost though. 1 frame early. Froggy working his way through Ghost House again. Yeah, this time he hit the switch, and yeah, he's through the second room. Cheese get, let's see what star grab he goes for. He's going for the safe star grab. The version where you twirl off the edge. To be fair, it's very fair since it doesn't lose very much. It's very small actually. Froggy finishing the Ghost House with 569. And she's looking like, oh, never mind. Yeah, she's gonna have to do some crouch hops due to missing the platform, but still. As long as he doesn't make any huge mistakes or deaths, he's looking fine here. So these small mistakes don't really matter that much. Except for the fact that the seeding of the bracket is actually based off of your average times, so you want to get really good average times. So that's why Cheese still wants to try hard here to get a good time. Yeah, fuck entering World 8 about 3.5 minutes behind, a bit less. So Cheese entering 8-7 now. Now 8-7 a lot of people think is an uninteresting and boring level, but honestly it's one of the biggest optimization levels in the entire game. So I'm curious if BigCheese will go for any of the recently discovered strategies, such as the triple jumps off of the coasters, or if he'll just play wheel safe and go for the old struts. Yeah, Froggy gonna have to play 8-1 as small. Oh, I think he might have been going for a 12 there, but dropped it. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Big Cheese thing, muffin triple. Nice. But yeah, Froggy is gonna have to play it one in a different way. You have to delay near the first geyser for a little bit, and then jump over it, then grab the checkpoint in the fire flower and do the rest. Or alternatively, you can do the low percent triple jump strategy, and knock out the fire flower, but I'm not sure if Froggy knows it. He might. Yeah, Big Cheese not going for any triple there, just playing safe. It looks like he's actually doing fire out though. Yeah, he is doing fire out. So, yeah, fire out is basically you grab the fire flower on the red ring. Froggy gonna do the triple stop strat for grabbing the fire flower. And yeah, she's gonna get the fire flower from the red ring. It's just one power up animation, but you can save time by shooting projectiles after wall kicking. Oh, Froggy missing the triple jump, barely living. Those meters were scary. Wow, yeah, that was sketchy, but Froggy makes it through. And then Big Cheese doing those firewall kicks. Yeah, that's... he shorted that jump and almost died. That was so close. I think Big Cheese told me that if he's doing fire out, it's like usually because it makes this triple at the end safer, so I wonder if he is gonna go for it. Oh, he is. Nice. Oh! He took damage, unfortunately, because he jumped a tiny bit early, I think, but still managed to show off the triple jump, which is a pretty new strategy. People only really started going for it like less than a week ago. Like the setup anyway, the setup he showed. And yeah, Froggy entering 8-2 now.
It's a good time.
Oh, he actually did a tech there. Froggy did a tech where if you're neutral, when you're going on an upward hill, you actually keep your speed. So he actually kept his Goon Boost speed. I actually want to wait. I want to look into if that's faster actually, but yeah, that's for after. Cheese in airship right now, and Froggy getting the Goomba Boost and making his way through it pretty cleanly. Yeah, 4-4-4, very solid. Froggy having missing that platform, but it's okay. You can just do some crouch jumps to make it through. Big Cheese gonna be going for relatively safe skips, I assume, just to, you know, don't need to go for anything risky in races. Still with the solid 4-4-1 though. Froggy with the 424. It was on pace for better, but the third mistake unfortunately made it a little bit slow. It's alright though. Nice and safe out of third skip for Cheese. Not quite getting rocket kickless, but... yeah. Entering with a solid 411. 411 is nice for like a safe, consistent 8 airship. Froggy not going to be going for fire out, just going to be grabbing the mushroom at the start. It's safer in the first room because if you get hit, you won't die, but it doesn't give you any safety net on the last coaster if you take damage at the end. BigCheese getting first hit. Yep, good setup, cap coding. That was nice. Of course, Cheese is really good at coding double, so not too surprised he got it, but well done to him. BigCheese saying that he actually had to adjust the setup for second hit. I'm assuming thought the alignment was off. I wasn't paying too close attention to the alignment, but I could definitely see it. Good adjustment if so, Cheese. And yeah, Froggy gonna be jumping off this coaster. Alright, 415. Head kick. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on a cutscene and 8-7 coasters right now. Yeah, Froggy gonna be aligning on the very left so that you can get a fast setup here. You like land right before the third coin or around the third coin. Is usually the setup most people go for. Yeah. Nice. BigCheese hitting the triple jump. Going for the wall slide here to line up most of the fire bars. Not going for Puddaboo skip, I can't believe this. Unbelievable, Cheese. Wow, why you like this? And Froggy gonna be finishing out 8-7 in a second. Oh, he actually did a far left setup as well. Yeah, Cheese with 656, Froggy with the 340, both good IGTs. And yeah. Honestly, ever since World 5, I guess, ever since 8-1, it's been like it's been going decently for both of them, but it's, yeah, the 5-4 and the deaths that Froggy had between 5-4 and 8-1 were, yeah, kind of just made this race. But it's okay. We have best of 3. That's the reason we do best of 3. Yeah, Froggy starting out an airship here. She's going for the classic drill down into the pipe strat. It's a little bit slower in RTA, but it's a lot easier and safer to set up, in my opinion. And in some people's opinions it is. There are some other setups being developed though. Froggy with a nice cannonball triple, gonna be waiting here. She's gonna be going through corridor now. Getting a possible pattern, but it's kind of a hard one to read, so it's fair that you do a small turn back for safety there. That looked like an optimal spin to me within the last 3 frames. And yeah, Cheese with an 83, pretty solid. Froggy with a 440. Not gonna be going for crouch jump, which is fair. It's not a huge time save and a little bit hard. Third skip. It's good, and he gets wall kickless, so saving time there on Cheese. Doing a triple jump to make sure he doesn't drop the ground pound. Because if you're too close to the ground, then you drop the ground pound. Froggy gonna be entering bombless at the same time BigCheese enters ATC. Looks good. Yeah, that's a nice solid setup. Froggy and bombless now. Oh, it's slightly early on the ground pound. That's unfortunate. Alright, Cheese in escape now. Oh, wow, he almost died. Yeah, that was pretty close. He blocked there, and if he hadn't reacted with the spin fast enough, he could have died for sure. Yeah, Froggy unfortunately not really getting backup hits. Cheese finishing out escape. No Tommy, which is fair enough, he doesn't need it. And 2204, GG. Really good race time from Cheetahs. Froggy gonna be finishing out the race before we start the next, probably. Honestly, just playing like a safe and consistent run overall, not really making many mistakes. But it's all to play for still because, as I said, best of 3, and Froggy can definitely make the comeback. It's possible. Yeah, we'll see what kind of castle Froggy gets here. He gets the triple jump, a bit of a safer fireballs bar stall, but it's okay. Doesn't really need to play risky here, just needs to finish out the run, and then we can start the next one. Getting a bit of an unfortunate spin oscillation there, and not quite getting the height to get to the pipe. Looks like you might be doing one of the setups for second room that was found, which was if you like spin when the platforms are like almost touching each other side to side, and then land on this platform and you get a decent pipe. Right here it wasn't a perfect pipe, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, doing with a decent 604. Oh, just jumping slightly early on that somewhat hard to read pattern. That's unfortunate. He's gonna have to go for a Bowser jump or wait for Bowser to jump. I guess we'll see which. Looks like he's just gonna be waiting. I mean, to be fair, Bowser jump's a trick that not everyone knows how to do. Yeah, he got a fairly. Oh boy, uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. He went a bit early and now he had a pretty early jump and now he has to wait again. Oh wow, pretty lucky with the jumps though. Got 2 pretty quickly.
Mario number 1. Woohoo! Huh?
Yeah, Foggy gonna have to play a normal escape here without any sort of ATC. I do wonder if he's gonna try and grab a mushroom during the fireball section and then grab the prop, or if he's just gonna play low percent escape. I guess we'll see. He is gonna grab the mushroom. That fireball might be low. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, and just ground pound for the prop, and he's off. I mean, now that he's back in familiar territory, I'm sure it's gonna be quick. Yep, finishing it out. 26:48, GG. So whenever they're ready, we can start the next one. And we'll see what happens. Not too much Froggy could have done in that race regardless, to be honest, because Jesus' time was just really fast. But you never know what can happen in the next two races. I mean, stuff can happen in World 5, you can die, you can take damage. Stuff can happen in, like, other places too, and yeah. You just get a random death somewhere in Castle, it's just, like, really bad.
Let's play. Let's go. Ouija time. Here we go. Let's go.
And we're off. Alright, race 2. Go. So yeah, we still got a bit of desync here, but hopefully, yeah, apparently it's not really fixable, so I guess it's alright. Froggy grabbing the propeller. The normal way. She's gonna be hitting the backward triple and once again going for the DSS strat. Doing the second twirl, interestingly, and is gonna be finishing out the level with DSS. Pretty solid 1-1 from Cheese there, and Froggy getting a good one too. So looking pretty even, with Cheese having a very slight lead because of the faster strat. Yeah, both starting 1-2, looking pretty solid so far. Interestingly, both of them doing a tiny slide jump, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a crouch jump. She's doing the wall kicks again, looking like he hold right a little bit too long for the first wall kick. So unfortunate for that, but probably not really going to be much of a difference.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Yeah, both finishing very solid 1-1s. Or 1-2s, sorry. And then, I mean, really, in World 1, what am I supposed to say? The difference is going to be very small. They're both going to be entering World 5, probably within 355 to 357 range. Froggy with the triple jump bonk, BigCheese going for the corner boost and not quite getting it, but getting close. Froggy getting up with the spin. BigCheese also getting a good bonk and also getting up with the spin. Yeah, so looking pretty even out of World 1. Can actually check their exact pace in a second.
This way.
Both of them ending with 450. Yeah, so Cheese actually has about a second and a half of lead because of faster 1-1 mostly, and also maybe a tiny bit in 1-3. Not quite sure about that.
Let's go.
Froggy getting some dust, unfortunately. So, and yeah, both of them solidly entering World 5 at pretty similar times. Gonna be around 1.75 if I had to guess apart. I didn't quite look at the numbers though. In the end, it's all small. That's all to play for in World 5 and World 8, like always.
Let's go.
Hopefully, Froggy manages to pull off a good 5-1 this time. Triple stop setup again. Looks good, grabbing the star, but with a bit of a bonk. Not going to be too bad though. Cheese also getting to that location. Clean star grab. Froggy on the vines. Look, they look decent, yeah. And now Froggy entering water skip area, hopefully this time. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He got up faster this time, but yeah, he's not quite getting as big of a jump as you need out of the water there. Cheese with a solid 52. Froggy's still finishing a fast 5-1 because he got a fast backup 4-4-4, but he's gonna have to get prop in 5-3. So, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Both done with the same piranha spot, so let's still check their pace. The pace is still going to be fairly close until after 5-3. Froggy finishing at a solid 92 with small. Cheese going for the ground spin strat again. Another 94. That was a good one too.
Let's go.
Yeah, Froggy entering 5-3, gonna have to get the same backup again. Cheese will just have to play it normally. Almost hitting the bramble there to start with for Froggy. That looked kind of close. And in the pipe. Cheese hitting down a jump again with a small turn back because the setup wasn't quite ideal. Good job, Froggy with the pop out of the pipe. Yeah, just gonna be spinning for safety again. She's gonna be going for a safe ground pound cancel strats, I assume again, yep. Both ground pound cancels to just make no risk in races of messing that up. Froggy looked like he's playing a little bit riskier to try and make up some time. The main thing here is that although the race is looking not great for Froggy, this is still well within bombless gap, so it's definitely still all to play for. Since both of these runners know how to do bombless quite well.
It's a go time.
BigCheese starting out 5 tower here, probably gonna be going for the same strats if I had to guess. Probably just an instant land at the end and no Aztec cycle. Froggy also entering. Almost not making it there for Cheese, but he makes it. It's looking ahead. Froggy starting. Oh, yeah, big. Oh! Oh, wow. Okay. Cheese dropping a jump, it looked like, on that instant land. Ground spinning instead. But oh no, Froggy. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, good job on Cheese for saving that. Like, that was crazy. Managing to still make that cycle despite it. Honestly, it was pretty risky to go for it, because if he had taken damage, it would have been terrible. But yeah, Froggy unfortunately taking damage. Oh, and falling down too, yeah. BigCheese finishing out of 529. Froggy's gonna have to wait another cycle. And it's just not gonna have prop for 5-4. There's a couple different approaches people take for prop backups I've seen. I honestly still don't know which one's the fastest because it hasn't been timed, but I've seen going back to 1-1 for a prop and coming back. I've seen going to 5-3 and getting the prop, and then going back to 5-4, and I've seen just playing 5-4. I'm honestly not sure which one the fastest is, but I guess we'll see which one Froggy opts for. There's also the strat of getting a Mushroom House in World 1. I forgot about that one. Which, I think it was time to be faster than doing 1-1 to do it that way, but honestly the fastest it might just be to play the left in his case. Alright, Cheese starting out 5-4. I didn't catch if he saved or not, but if I had to guess, he probably did. Looking pretty solid for Cheese so far. Yeah, playing nice and safe. We'll see what Froggy opts for here as a backup. No save and just gonna play 5-4. Fair enough, honestly. Yeah, Cheese finishing out a solid 354, and it's just a huge lead for him again.
Oh yeah, Mario time. Ho! It's a go time.
She's entering get 5 Ghost and Froggy riding on the raft currently. She's probably just gonna be playing safe like last time in this in World 8. Just going for a good average time for the seeding, but I mean, he has a lot of time to play with still in this race to win. Froggy unfortunately taking damage here and having some 5 Fs. It's okay though, once he gets his Ice Flower it should get a bit easier. Just make sure to deal with the mini Goombas. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, she's with a 576. Going for the main jump setup, misses it actually, but decent backup. Still getting 567. That's not really a big deal.
This way. Let's go.
Yeah, Cheese entering World 8, Froggy about to reach the end of the raft. Yeah, looks like Cheese is gonna finish with like a 12:03 or something, maybe? No, 12:02. I don't know how to read those time. Yeah, 12:02, another solid World 5 exit. Froggy's out of 5-4. It's a closer race than last time, but yeah, it's looking pretty tough for Froggy here.
Let's go.
Actually, I'm not sure if it's closer. If he can avoid the deaths up to 8-2, it should be closer. 210 difference according to Luna, so yeah, that makes sense. Jeez, the very solid 8-1, nice shell grab and nice shell boost. Yeah, Froggy working his way through 5 ghost toes, probably gonna be getting an 85. Yep. This time he's Big Mario, so he should have an easier time in 8-1 as well. Jeez, with the triple jump. Oh, on the later end, but he got it. I don't think that would have worked in low percent since you have invincibility flames, and that's what made that triple jump work, I think. Nice high 33 for Cheese.
Oh yeah, Mario time. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, Cheese entering 8-2, Froggy's getting a World 5 exit. And yeah, it's gonna be around 14 or something. Cheese missing Uma boost, but he's gonna be working his way through 8-2. Looking decent so far, otherwise. Oh, that was kind of a close jump, but yeah. Going for the safe RSG again, and nice boost. Other than the one Kuma boost, this is strong 8-2. 4-4-4. Yeah, Froggy stalling a decent bit, but he's still gonna damage boost. So checkpoint and fire flower shot probably coming out again from Froggy. Cheese finishing with a solid 426.
This way. Ho. Let's go.
Yeah, Froggy with a solid 428, that's decent for not entering with Propeller. Cheese just waiting on the coaster right now. We're probably going to see some similar strats come out from Cheese in 8-7. Froggy keeping it closer than last time because he's now entering 8-2 with a much smaller disadvantage. Yeah, I'm looking at that spot now, and I don't think neutral tricking on that slope would actually be fast. So never mind on Alright, Cheese with a solid high 415, Small going for fire out again, Froggy going for no RSG, which is fair. It's much safer to do it the way Froggy's doing it. Yeah, gonna be into it at a solid 415. It's good enough anyway. I mean, I think at this point Froggy's just like has to just try and keep it close and hope Cheese makes the fail there. It's like his main ticket. Like dying at the end of second row at the castle or at the end of escape or something. Well, Cheese barely making it with those firewall kicks, but yeah. Looking pretty good from Cheese so far. Probably gonna be going for this triple jump even if I do this, because he did it last time. Yep. That looks good. Yeah. Nice 341 from Cheese. And if I'm watching back a replay, that was around the mid-low. I mean, it was a pretty safe 8-7, so still getting like a lowish 341 with that is definitely showing the triple jumps time save. Because I think normally that 8-7 would have maybe been a 340 with the safety. At best, a very low 41. She's going for the crouches through the gap. Froggy doing a... Oh! Bit of a miss on off in triple. She's gonna be heading on cannonball triple. It's good. Yep. She's doing the skips. Froggy is working his way through the level. Froggy running up the third coin. Looking like a... Oh! Why? I gotta stop. Okay, never mind. Cheese with a good 412, saving some time on his last race. Entering bombless now. Froggy almost done 8-7, going into airship soon. Weird setup, but yeah, okay, nice. It worked. Nice. Good backup from Cheese there on a bit of a weird first hit setup. And coding once again, of course, because it's Big Cheese we're talking about. Big Cheese lending Froggy no quarter in these races. Like Cheese is on OX base again, I think. Which I mean, that beats most people's PBs. Cheese is just like, yeah. This race is definitely better for Froggy though. It's gonna be a closer one. According to Cheese, it's actually 21 pace. Which I would believe. I haven't been paying super close attention to all the IGTs in particular, but that makes sense. Especially if he didn't save. I'm not sure if he saved or not. Even with saving though, it definitely could be possible. Oh, Froggy spinning a bit too low, yeah. I think just trying to make up the time. I would like try and get a good finish, but yeah, just taking that a bit too tight. And yeah, it's not too bad of a place to die, at least because you get your power-ups back, but yeah, that's unfortunate because it's another good bit into the level. Cheese working his way through a first stream, it looks like something happened because he got a 653. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. But nothing too bad. Only losing about 3 IG2. Froggy grabbing the third propeller. Somehow bouncing off that cannonball. And yeah. Oh jeez. Jeez. Oh, that was close. Being a bit too early there and just almost not even having enough airtime to live there, but yeah. Just had to go with the safe shaking and not drill down. Froggy working his way through airship, almost taking damage to that Mecha Koopa, but he's alright. Jeez, making it too far. Oh, okay, at least he got the wall kick. It looks like he tried to jump too late off this platform and didn't get a jump off, so he had to jump. Or he had to spin, and he was forced to take damage there, essentially didn't live. So yeah, not gonna be any bombless for Froggy or ATC, so that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, Cheese with a 581 switch, which is pretty good considering the fact he got a 653 pipe. Guess it must have been a high 653. I guess it doesn't need to be that high. Froggy waiting for Bowser Jr. That spin looks good. Yeah, clean ATC setup. Nice. Doing a little double 10 back action. Just kind of wants to play safe, I think. Yeah, making that time. Froggy's done with the Bowser Jr. fight. Not going to be going for Tommy again, I had to guess, yeah. And 525. 2159. Wow. Impressive, Cheese. Really impressive. Yeah. Getting the sub 22 anyways. That's not easy to do, I'll tell you that much. Exceeded my expectations there. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, these two races are so solid. Like, it's hard to beat. Like, it's hard to get 22 OX, and you got a mid OX and a 21. Great job. Foggy now entering Castle, but yeah, he's just gonna be finishing out the run. He's on a better pace than this other run, I think, but yeah, it was just a bit of some unfortunate power-up losses for Froggy, mainly as would cause the times to be a bit slower than I think Froggy hoped for, but it's alright. I mean, against these times that Cheese got, I mean, I don't know. There's not many people that can stand up to those times. Froggy almost taking damage, not going for B-jump, which is fair, it's kind of difficult. Yeah, also getting a 653. Froggy gonna be grabbing the Fire Flower because it's you can do what's called a sword triple. In this case, the Volza Vault. is what we call it because it's throwing it through a cutscene. Where basically, if you double jump and you don't exit the ground, then you still have a triple jump stored, and you can reactivate the triple jump by shooting a fireball pretty much the same time you jump. Unfortunately, though, for Froggy, he got one of the hardest fireball patterns to dodge, so he lost Fire Flower and has to wait for Bowser. He could do Bowser Jump again, but he probably doesn't know how to do it. That's alright. It's not really a common thing you have to do in 80%. He makes it through, though, with a fairly quick Bowser Jump.
Mario number 1. Woohoo! Huh?
I guess if you want cheese, you can join the VC with Froggy. I mean, honestly, you can just join now if you want, I think. Froggy can be grabbing the propeller, and he should just be cruising from here. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I think it was only slight. Yeah, he shorted that jump by like a frame. That's really unfortunate.
It's a go time.
That really looked like it was landing, even in the when I looked at it in the restream. Hello, BigCheese.
Oh,
Great performance, honestly.
yeah, for sure. I wasn't expecting that.
Woo!
Your average times are looking really nice right now.
Definitely a good start to my average.
Looking at like what 2201 or so, no 22 like
Probably
high
out
four.
too.
Yeah, 02. I forgot how high DL4 was.
I don't remember either. I think it was like a .7. No, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it would be an 02 then.
Mario number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I rarely feel happy about how I played after a match, so it's
I mean,
definitely
yeah,
nice.
you just played consistent and speedy. Like you didn't really go for anything too crazy, but
Yeah.
you just kind of didn't really make that many mistakes. Nothing too bad. There was some like minor mistakes, but nothing too big.
Yeah, I mean, consistency strat's definitely proving to do some work. Until I play
I'm saying,
Enforcer and he gets fast sticks. I'm like, awful.
yeah, for those who don't know, Enforcer is known for like not dropping anything besides maybe Bombful.
Did you see what happened in my castle first room?
I saw a 653. I didn't catch what happened.
I almost missed a Podoboo cycle.
Bah, you missed a jump. Were you going for Potaboo skip or?
No, I was just jumping up normally,
Oh,
but like the last jump to like get to the top, I cut it short and like wall
but it's
slipped
going.
down.
No,
Oh boy.
there was a fireball on his way. Oh, buddy. Uh, yeah, that was actually like crazy unfortunate what happened there. Froggy just had a fireball in his way that Bowser shot because he like
Yeah.
missed the jump from the prop.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think Froggy's finishing. I'll be honest.
Well, what? How would that work for the average? Would it just like count as infinite time, I guess?
If you want to, yeah, you should finish for the average fog if you want to, but if you really don't want to finish, then I guess you don't have to. But I mean, for the average, you probably should. I mean, it counts as inf time, I think. I don't know how that works actually.
It'd probably be a thing where like if someone else in our group was like the same win-loss ratio as him, he would just take the loss.
I was just wondering for seeding how that.
Well, that too. I guess he would just be last seed or something.
Yeah, Foggy, you can join if you want, but if you don't want to, that's okay. He joined another VC, so I don't think he's joining, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. He played clean, consistent.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep that up to maintain the average, but I don't know if I'm gonna have another round that match that goes that well. I'm gonna be honest.
We'll see.